Sam, my question is, was this merely a bystander effect, which is the more people around, the less likely you are to do something, or is something more pervasive going on in our culture?
Oh, yeah, something is more pervasive going on in our culture, Dr. Drew. We have this party culture, this rape culture that is so prevalent along or among college campuses that's fueled by alcohol, fueled by misogyny, fueled by a lack of boundaries and respect. I mean, even when I was in college, I know dozens of those stories, Dr. Drew. I know people that were victims of rape similar to that. And
wait a minute. And we still allow binge alcohol on campuses? That's all alcohol stuff. I mean, you look at any adverse outcome on a college campus for the health of their students, you find alcohol. Right. Whether it's an STD, an unwanted pregnancy, an accident, a fight, you name it, it's always alcohol related. And here's a woman who was so incapacitated she could not move. That means she may not have been able to swallow. That means she could have aspirated and died within minutes. This is a kid that should have been taken to the hospital. Instead, Judy, she gets raped.
Right, Dr. Drew. And, you know, unfortunately, as you mentioned, bystander effect is a huge component here. However, there are also a lot of social cues operating that I think make the bystander effect even worse. For example, it is out in broad daylight. That actually is bad in terms of social cues, so then nobody is alarmed. You know, if you turn a corner and it's dark alley and you see this happening, you know something's not right. But here we are, spring break, out in broad daylight, so people must have looked at them and thought, oh, I guess they're just drunk and partying, ha-ha. And just
wait a minute. That's the ha-ha part that's a problem. Annalise, there are rooms in the bars, in some of the clubs down there during spring break dedicated to daylight sex. Just go in there and then do that. And so these kids get used to seeing, or at least they become indoctrinated to a culture. Well, hey, that's just what people do. They drink and they have sex in public. That's the way it goes. Right. Anyway, what are you going to do about this? Nothing. Stand by.
That's unacceptable, right, Dr. Drew? That answer is unacceptable. You can't have, well, it's a part of the culture, it's a part of spring break, just to allow rape to occur and to allow all of these people to watch it and do nothing. Come on. That is not how your mother raised you. You know, everyone's got phones or taking selfies. Like, how about you actually call 911 and do something?
Annalise, this is exactly what the bystander effect is. Good people do this all the time because we are social animals, and we watch the cues of people around us.
This is actually endorsed. This is right. It's normative. It's endorsed. I completely agree with you, Sam.